right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Help is on the way, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir, Rickey Smiley.
Man, I know you got a good word this morning.
Oh, thank you for this, because all of us have been attacked by anxiety. We wrestle with worry over what's going on around us, what may happen to us. And the song over and over again, she says, don't you worry, don't you fret. So this song goes out to those who find themselves, again, having these attacks of anxiety. You are wrestling with worry. You are even having to fight your own fears. And that's real, because if you think about all that's going on in the world, this is an anxious time. If you think about what's going on in your life and how you're going to make it out of whatever you find yourself in that you don't need to be in, listen, that will make you anxious. When you find yourself worried about what's going on in terms of how you're going to make it financially, that will cause you to worry. But this song says, hold on, help is on the way. Why? Because when you worry, you find yourself internally incarcerated by your own issues. But when you learn to move from worrying to praying, I think Rickey Smiley puts it like this: if you're worrying, that means you're not praying or you're not trusting. And if you're praying, that means you're not worrying. And so I'm simply saying, hold on, help is on the way. Number one, because of God's track record. Look what the song keeps talking about, what God has already done. God has never failed you yet. That means God has a track record. That means God has a wonderful history of coming through when you are going through. It means that you know what God can do because you've already seen what God has done. So just remember how God has come through when you are going through. Just remember how God has stepped in right on time when you found yourself ready to give up. Just remember what God has already done, and now you can anticipate what God is about to do. Hold on, help is on the way, because you know God's track record. But then hold on, help is on the way simply gives you hope so that you can cope. I like that right there. You have hope to cope with your circumstances. You have hope to cope when you are feeling helpless. You have hope that you can cope. And when you have hope that you can cope, you have something to look forward to, even as you are going through what you are going through. Hope means desire plus expectation. So you live every day energized with an expectation that you are going to somehow get out of your situation. You're going to make it through your situation. You're going to have the strength that you need to make it through your situation. So go ahead, hold on. Help is on the way. You know help is on the way because of God's track record. You know help is on the way because now you have hope so you can cope. So this ain't no time to give up. This is your time to step up and hold on, knowing that help is on the way.
Man, that's a good word this morning. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you could be reached.
Hey, you can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Ricky. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. You too.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, this segment is being brought to you by Kroger. That's right. Tune in to More Than That with Gia Peppers, wherever you listen to podcasts. More Than That is sponsored by Kroger, fresh for everyone. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. So Capitol Police say that there is a possible plot for an attack on the Capitol today by White Ring militia groups. And why, might you ask? Well, today is March 4th, Ricky. And March 4th used to be the day we inaugurated the president. So some Trump supporters still believe that he will be inaugurated today. Lord,
that's crazy.
I know.
And Joe Biden,
and in a party line vote.
Joe Biden in the middle of sending a stimulus check Yeah, sitting there with that mask on, chilling, and they think Donald Trump finna get put back in office. They got to be
like fully put back in office. Like
crazy
we have a whole inauguration
bug
today, Rick.
Right.
Listen, I don't know what water they drinking, but in a party line vote, Democrats in the House passed legislation that would dramatically change voting rights. Sounds so good. So some of the changes include requiring states to automatically register eligible voters, offer same-day voter registration, and restore voting rights for former felons. Now, the bill is expected to have a very hard time passing in the Senate, but we're going to try to make it do what it do. And last but certainly not least, President Biden announced a new executive order that makes all teachers and child care workers next in line for COVID vaccine. Biden says that he wants all teachers to get vaccinated by the end of March. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news.
School will be out in May.
They can go to summer school then.
That would have been us. Had to go to summer school. Okay, go
ahead. RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Ricky, you crazy. It's early. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Brought to you by Ford, man. Tough this smart can only be called Ford F-150. Check out the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 at Ford.com. Built Ford proud, built Ford tough, man. Tiger Woods. Man, the judge says there may be probable cause of reckless driving. Could be the cause of Tiger Woods' crash. Search warrant to be seized for the black box inside of his vehicle. First of all, I didn't even know there was black boxes inside of cars or whatever. But they're going to seize it. They're going to continue to investigate because there were no skid marks and the way the car went over the side of the edge and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens, man. Former NFL star Kellen Winslow Jr. sentenced to 14 years in prison. Sexual misconduct, including rape allegations as well. Utah Jazz star Donovan Mitchell expresses his frustrations on bad officiating. He says the referees are ridiculous and they screwed them out of a win yesterday versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Now listen, I'm the first person to say stop blaming the referees for outcomes of games, but there's some truth to what Donovan is saying. Like in all sports, not just basketball. These referees nowadays and these new rules has softened up sports, calling so many of these ticky-tack fouls. If you blow on a person, they're going to call a foul. They're anticipating fouls all the time, and it takes the fun and the aggressiveness out of sports. And I get when you're trying to make things a little bit more safe, but come on, man. The fun part of sports is being competitive, man. So there's some truth to this, man, but that's a whole nother conversation that we can talk all day on, Rick, dog.
The women referees don't be called. They let them play. Now, I know this. That's just me. The women referees, they let them play. It'd be them white referees, them white men with their hair combed to the back. With them tight pants on skipping down the court. They be calling every damn thing. When I see them damn referees, as soon as I see the referees, I know whether to change the channel or not. But you get them little studs out there with them little low haircuts, they let them play. They're not calling nothing. Go ahead, man.
There it is. What up, Gary? All right, y'all. People are concerned, and Brat, I want you to help me out because you're a Chicagoan. Now, they're concerned about Michael Jordan. Now, it's being reported, y'all, that Michael Jordan has had his Chicago mansion, y'all, listed on sale, y'all, for nearly 9 years. But they're saying there have been no takers for the $14.9 million property, which they had to break down the price. They had to do it in half because nobody want to buy it. Now, they're saying this estate is located in Highland Park in suburban Illinois, around 25 miles out from the city of Chicago. Now, they're saying Jordan lived in this beautiful mansion for 19 years, and they say he took great care of the house, y'all. But they're saying the property is spread over a humongous area of 56,000 square feet. Now, they're saying
that damn house bigger than the Navy Pier. Don't nobody want to buy that house.
Yeah, but they say, Ricky, that the house is practically nothing that you can't find within the property. They say there's a pond, a golf course port, and a wine room among some of the other luxuries. Now, they're saying the house was listed at a selling price of $25 million in March of 2012. They're saying that the price tag was considered too steep given its distance from the city and the locality around it. Now, they're saying thus the market has contributed to its current list falling prices. People want to know why they want to buy this house. Now, Brad, you from Chicago, and that's around your area, I'm sure. Why are people not buying it? Can you help him out? I mean, you buy all his tennis shoes. Is it any way possible?
Tennis shoes, gym shoes. I'm from Chicago. Gym shoes are way more cheap than a $14 million home. It's probably hard to sell because it costs so much.
But you know what else, Brad?
What?
It's got all customized Jordan stuff everywhere in it too. Like he got 23s and all that kind of stuff everywhere. Don't nobody want that.
But they say most of y'all want to live close to Lake Michigan. They say that's a few miles, from where the house is. So I don't know, but somebody needs to help this man out because it don't make no sense.
It
All
sounds
these years,
too big, like
find a
Ricky
house.
said. It sounds like too large of a house for someone. Like, you need another family like that. Like that needs to be bought by like Kanye and Kim if they weren't getting divorced.
They don't want
like,
that mess, but anyway.
Who needs a house that large?
I want that in my house. Anyway, the color of the day, honey, is Midnight Sun, y'all. Let's just put it there. On the high end, you say Midnight Sun, and on the low end, just say Beautiful Black. That's your color for the day. Brad, what you got coming up next in the hot spot?
Well, Will Smith said something about meeting a smart, racist person. I'm going to tell you what he said up next in the hot spot. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BRAT.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show is about that time, man. Listen, family, if you don't absolutely love what you do, make sure you go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. During an interview on the Pod Saves America podcast, Will Smith revealed that he has never met a racist that was smart. He said, I've been called the N-word to my face probably about 5 or 6 times, and fortunately for my psyche, I've never been called the N-word by a smart person. I had never looked into the eyes of a racist and saw anything that I perceived as intellect. Smith added that he had started navigating his career in Hollywood, he started seeing the ideas of systemic racism. He explained, but at the core of it, I noticed a difference between ignorance and evil. Now, they're twins for sure, but ignorance can be educated and evil is much more of a difficult problem. And fortunately, ignorance is more prevalent than blatant evil. So I've always been encouraged that the process of education and understanding could alleviate some of the more dangerous and difficult aspects of racism that have unfortunately been embedded in the very fibers of our country.
Oh, wow.
Wow, what you think about that, Rick?
No, that's good. Special
Yeah.
K, there was Richard Maddow was talking about that in last night on her show. Or whatever. And they did this Special K, did you see that study they did on
I didn't see Rachel last night.
What psychologists think about the Trump supporters, and they did a national poll or whatever, and just talking about the mindset and just kind of playing everything that Will Smith said. But
wow,
yeah, it's crazy. Just
If
a
anybody's
mindset.
paying attention, you don't even need a study for that.
Okay. All right, y'all, we gonna wrap up the hot spot right there. Coming up next, though, we got Special K with the news that you absolutely positively cannot use, and we got your wake-up calls. Hit us up at 8669-RICKY. That's 1-866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
you liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, the time right now is about 12 before the top of the hour. Special K got news you can't use. What up, K?
Well, what's up, Rick? Hey, Rock T. Today's news is sponsored by the riddle of the day, and the answer is Aaron Rodgers and Gary with the T. What's the question?
Yeah.
Name 2 famous Packers.
Stop right there, dog. That's it.
Day?
Yeah.
You like that, Dave? All right, hey, Dave.
Oh, man.
We just gonna let that
That's your news you
marinate.
can't use right there.
Oh, man.
Don't ruin it.
You should stop.
Just go to commercial. Don't ruin it.
Yeah, just go.
Stop while you're ahead. Are you sure you want to do it? Because you got know the go.
September 15th. Remember that day.
Yes, sir.
I'll see y'all on Tuesday.
It's a wrap. Gary, you just gonna sit there? You ain't gonna.
I'm just waiting for y'all to hurry up and go to commercial.
Gary, you just gonna let him? You just gonna sit there and take? You ain't gonna.
You're
just gonna let it ride.
I don't want me to say nothing like my teacher told one of my classmates when they tried to get cute with me, honey. Okay? Are you
Right.
What'd they
participating?
say?
Say what, Gary?
Have you participated? You better hit commercial.
I want to know Rickey Smiley morning show coming up.
Answer special guest. Nope, I'm going to let it ride.
Rickey Smiley morning show.
I see this lady broke down on the side of the expressway, and y'all know me. You know how I am. I pulled over immediately to check on her, make sure she was good. And when she stood up, you know, she was a little taller than I expected, and it made me realize she was a translator. Not translator, what's the word on it? She was a transgender. And you know what I'm saying? So she started walking towards me, and I was like, all right, be careful, have a nice day. And he was like, you not gonna help me? I was like, no ma'am. And she was like, how come? I was like, ma'am, you got it, sir. And she was like, what you mean I got it? I was like, if you can change your sex, you can change that goddamn time.
Ma'am, you got it, sir.
You can change your sex. You can change that goddamn time.
I'm not fooling with y'all.
Somebody hit me on Instagram in my inbox and asked me to play that, man. I'm trying to find, I was going to shout you out, but I'm sitting up here with tears in my eyes. I can't even shout you out. I can't find your message. But thank you for requesting that, because that made my whole morning. Woo!
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I want to hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Big shout out to Mercedes from Atlanta. She been listening to us since we was on Hot 107.9. Graduate of University, Georgia, class of 2019. Thank you, Mercedes. I really appreciate that. Gary, what's up?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. We just heard from his sister, Mariah Carey. Well, now her brother, Morgan Carey, he has filed a defamation suit against his famous sister, Miss Mariah Carey, over the memoirs of the meaning of Mariah. Now, according to page 6, they're saying, that Morgan said that his beautiful sister falsely portrayed him as violent, when they were growing up. Now, he said in Manhattan Supreme Court, he alleged that many passages about Morgan in the book are false and defamatory, personally invasive and painful, and have caused serious damage to this man's reputation and to his personal and business affairs. Now, they're saying that Morgan claimed that he has lost out on film projects and that he was in negotiation, with a lot of other things, and Mariah just ruined his life with putting all kind of lies in the book, he said. And I think that's sad. I wish Mariah wouldn't say certain things about Morgan, because I'm sure he's trying to get his career on and do things like, everybody.
What does he do?
He said he asked y'all.
Would you know who he was if you didn't know who his sister was?
Well, I've seen pictures of him, so I don't know who Morgan is, but I feel so bad for him that he can't work, honey. He said
no, don't feel bad for him. Don't feel bad for him, and don't feel bad for her either. But I would feel more bad for her than I would him, because everybody always trying to bring the pressure down on her. Like she had issues with her sister, her this, her that. Like when you doing well and you not helping people the way they feel you should help them, then they want to drag you down. They don't want to see you win. So,
and I'm sure she probably done something for her brother.
Oh my
and sister,
God! Please understand, a lot. Okay, I'm not going to even get into the personal, but I think this is sad when people do this to us, because we work hard to get what we have to get. You want the same things I got? Work hard too. Do the same things. Like don't try to defame me. I hate this. I hate this.
Well, let's just turn it over to Jesus and he'll work it out. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, there's another pilot.
Pay you rent? Work out all your money spent.
Okay.
Work out telephone disconnect. Work out wait till your next paycheck. Woo!
All right,
tell you what you ought to do. I'm a witness. He'll see you through.
All right, well, honey. Well, moving on, honey. In other celebrity news, there's another pilot in town. Let's turn this over to Jesus, too.
Yes.
His name is Christopher Brian Bridges, also known as Ludacris. Now, they're saying, that Ludacris can now seemingly add pilot to his list of accomplishments, Now, there's a recent video that surfaced online that shows the 43-year-old Ludacris, They're saying he's navigating the plane all on his own, all on his own. Now, they're saying in the 20-second video, they say Ludacris seems to be taking his duties seriously as he concentrates on flying the aircraft, Now, during that short clip, they're saying that my chick bad guy rapper competently, Nas toward the camera and laughs, honey, before turning his attention back toward the sky. And Brad, when I think about this here pilot thing, I think about when you and I first flew in that plane with Rickey Smiley, and honey, how I was horrified and I cried for you to hold me and you wouldn't, and it was just a
Brad, was you scared?
No, I wasn't really scared. I felt like, hey, I was on that thing with you. You weren't trying to take your life, so I knew mine was safe, and I had Jesus on the wing.
But,
so
but I told Gary, I said, Gary, I'm just going to taxi. I'm just going to go down the runway. And so I got cleared. Next thing you know, I turned that throttle up. We was going down that runway so fast. Man, we went up in the air.
It was the raggediest plane, huh? You know that girl still had plastic.
But it had a brand new engine. I know it still had ashtrays in it.
And it had ashtrays and carpet.
But the engine was brand. It had what, Gary?
Ashtrays and carpet, honey. Yes, and plastic windows. I was like, I was so nervous.
Well, we were just renting just to fly around Atlanta. We wasn't renting no Falcon or nothing like that.
I enjoyed it. I want to do that again.
Just let me know. I'll go get the plane and we'll fly. A lot of people don't know I fly and I captain boats.
Man.
And fix car engines. I'm a weirdo. I'll be trying to learn, do everything. But you made it out. We had a good landing, didn't we?
Well, yeah, we had a good landing, though, honey, but my nerves was shot, honey, so
that won't happen again. I can't believe I'm up here in the sky with little Daryl driving.
Okay. Oh, man, honey. Lord, honey. Moving on to my final story, y'all. Oh, my God, this is a good job for somebody. Real Housewives of Atlanta producers, y'all, they want to cast a female comedian. Now, they're saying, y'all, that they're looking to cast a female comedian, and sources are saying, y'all, they've allegedly been putting out filters. And a lot of people saying, y'all, maybe Ludell or Monique, honey, or some more, maybe cast as, the comedian.
If Monique was on that damn show, I would start watching it.
Yes,
if Monique or some more.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I would say Monique because, some more kind of like no nonsense, and she probably just don't like confrontation for real. But Monique will get with it in your face. Baltimore, baby. You don't want more classy, more sassy Monique on the Housewives. She would take over. I'm talking about she would be the new...
Baby, she would clothesline every producer. That is not a safe situation.
That's not who you should play with. Right.
Listen, she is an Oscar-winning actress. That is not the stage for her.
Eva, do you know how many arguments and fights I've had personally with Monique driving from Birmingham to Savannah State University in a damn Cutlass with no air conditioning? She over there eating some damn Funyuns, and we arguing, and she eating Funyuns.
She ain't scared.
Exactly.
I almost put Monique on Highway 16. You need to get your ass out of my car since you won't help nobody drive. Talking about your license suspended. Over there sleep with that Popeyes in a bag of Funyuns.
Well, I like all three of us, so hopefully, maybe they may choose one of us if they're all out in the running. So we're going to see. That's a rule.
But I don't want Lunell on there because I don't want them to attack Lunell's sweet.
Lunell's gonna be high getting her nails done. She gonna be in the corner and
she sure do be high, even you didn't even lie.
She be high as a cooter bird.
You didn't even lie. I done got some contacts from Lunell, and I wasn't even in the same dressing room. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 24 minutes after the hour. Here we go.
It's time to get yourself together, cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, thought we'd be better. Wake up, encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Hey, I'm Matthew Williams. I'm calling from Charleston, South Carolina, and I need y'all to wake up.
This is Cassie from Birmingham, and I want to wake up my sister Blendine. Wake up. Good morning. My name is Hattie. I'm calling from Fort Lauderdale. Wake up, Safari. Wake up.
Good morning. This is Tammy calling from Nat Town. Wake up to my daughter, Leasia. Wake up.
This is Trudy from Texarkana, Texas. I want to wake up everybody at DeVita Dialysis. Wake up.
My name is Katrina. I want to wake up India. Get out of the bed, girl. It's time for school. Wake up.
Give me what's yours, cause we gon' let them know. Come on, Charleston, wake up. Baton Rouge, wake up. Tallahassee, wake up. Wake up. Come on, Montgomery, wake up. Columbus, wake up. And Albany, wake up. Wake up.
Hey, appreciate that, Brat.
You're welcome, Rick.
Shout out to everybody in Naptown, man. Y'all really love the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. And we love y'all back. Indianapolis 317. You know how I feel. Y'all give it up, church, in 60 seconds with Pastor Fred.
Oh, yes, sir. Rickey, you know, we were going through this week with the staff, and we've got so many letters coming. But I have one I really want to talk about this morning. Oh, let's see. It's a wide letter, ain't there? But just, yes, a lot of envelope there. But anyway, I would have a young man, he and his brother. They used to attend here, and before they had to move away, but he wrote the letter and he said, "Listen," he said, "Pastor, I had so many great opportunities here, and you introduced me to Christ, and you allowed me to be in a setting where I'm able to go to a new family." And just kind of paraphrasing through the letter there, you know, it's just so encouraging when people can read, because this young man and his brother, you know, they were so distraught. But a good friend of mine, Mr. Drummond, we met at a conference together, and he brought them in his home. That was so beautiful.
Yeah. What was the boy's name, Pastor Fred?
This young man named Willis and Arnold. Brother Arnold was a little older, but he never grew. He was always short, and he was going. You know, they were going through some things.
Two brothers. They didn't have a sister.
Didn't have but they had one sister after they got into the home. They got into, you know, they lived in the projects, and they moved. Her name is Kimberly. Kimberly. It was such a blessing. You know, these young men and they had a young lady that would watch over them, Miss Adelaide. Yes. But you know, you can't forget where you came from. Right. So their friend Dudley would come by and visit them. You know, just as a reminder that they were from the hood or all the way uptown. You know, it's a blessing that you can go uptown.
What do you do?
You know, because every now and then you think that the only way you can go is one way, but there are different strokes for different folks. Everybody doesn't go the same path. I'm so glad that God had a different path for me and you. We could have gone down the wrong way. We could have gone down the wrong path, but there are different strokes for different folks. One for you, one for me. That makes three. Here we go. Different strokes for different folks. Take your stroke. Stroke. I've been stroking. That's what I be doing. I be stroking. Because there's different strokes. That's why I be stroking. Say yeah. I be stroking.
All right, Pastor Fred, let everybody know how you can be reached.
You can follow me at The Real Pastor Fred.
Boy, I swear, man, that this is exactly what he would want us to be doing, y'all. There it is, man. Black Tony, what's going on? Hello? Hey, bro, you bring the show down every day, man. You about to get rolled up.
I'm not trying to get rolled up. I'm trying to get my scrump back.
Your what?
I'm trying to get my scrump.
What's wrong? What's up with your strength?
The blood truck had came down to the hood yesterday.
The blood truck?
Yeah.
I know damn well the Red Cross ain't took no blood from you with all the miners in it.
I went up in there because my grandmama said I need to get blood shot. I went up in there and the girl was taking my blood shot. And her boyfriend, her baby daddy came over and came over in the truck, started showing out.
Showing out about what?
I don't know, Shad. They got into it. She got off the truck to go out there and fight him. That thing, no, she done got to fight with him. Shad, the police thing came, and the whole time they were fighting, Shad, the blood thing was still in my arm.
So you ain't got how much blood you gave, Black Tony?
Sucked all the blood out of my arm, Shad. The police came. I was in there for like an hour and 14 minutes.
So how many bags of blood? So you ain't got no blood?
It took about 3 gallons of blood.
3 gallons of blood? Black Tony, you ought to be dead. Hell, you done been embalmed. You need to be down at... I need to call Desi and Arrow to come take you down to Rachel Arrington Funeral Home or something. Damn. How you still living?
Me today, Shawty.
3 gallons of blood?
Yeah, they're gonna put it back in me today, Shawty. I gotta go back down.
Even how much blood do you usually give? Is it 1 or 2 pints?
Barely, not 3 gallons.
Okay,
Blood Tony, you ain't got you gave out a whole gallon of, how many gallons he said, Eva?
3 gallons, 3 gallons of blood. You should be dead.
I'm blurry right now, Shawty.
And where you at now? You at home?
Yeah, I went to the crib, Shawty, because the police were there and I got warrants.
So you can't go to the hospital because you, man. All right, Black Tony, take the day. You gonna be in tomorrow, Black Tony?
Yeah, they're gonna put all the blood back in me this afternoon.
So you promise you coming tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow.
You know our checks will be here in the morning.
Huh?
Our checks will be here in the morning.
What time, Shawty?
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T.
It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary has the tea and the color of the day.
Good morning,
Gary.
Ricky. Good morning, Eva. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. People are crying. Tears are going down, y'all, for Drea Michelle. We all know who Drea Michelle is, right? Wasn't she from the Basketball Wives or whatever, beautiful actress and what have you? Well, Drea Michelle, y'all, baby, she thought she was going to be with her friend, Miss Lisa Ray, honey, and sit down and have tea with Lisa Ray and talk about all kind of great things. Saying, honey, how she wanted to play the role Diamond. Because we all know that Lisa Ray, you know, she played the role Diamond in the film Players Club. Well, Drea said, you know, I would be nice if they did a reboot. I would love to play Lisa Ray, girl. I mean, I would love to play Diamond in the play in the show, whatever. Well, Lisa Ray, honey, she sat down and told this girl quickly and quietly. She said, listen, honey. She said, now they put a picture of Lisa Ray and Drea side by side next to one another, and they both were wearing pink negligee that Diamond wore, y'all, when she first hit the stage, y'all, for the first time. Well, obviously, honey, getting wind of Drea's intense desire of bringing and being Diamond, honey, Miss Lisa Ray told this girl, look, she said, baby, I appreciate you dressing up, honey, as the character last Halloween, honey. She said, but ultimately, honey, she would prefer, okay. She said, but I prefer an unknown actress, honey, to play that role, honey. You know, someone to remove the pressure from, someone who's already well known. And baby, meanwhile, she said that to this girl, Miss Jocelyn Hernandez, said, oh, girl, I want to be her too. She said, I would like to play this girl too, honey. And baby, Miss Lisa Ray wasn't too pleased with that. Does Lisa Ray own that role?
She owned it when she
owned it
played
when
I'm
she
gonna tell
did
you
it.
something. Players Club is a classic, and that's one of those movies you do not mess with. Lisa Ray McCoy, shut it down. Don't try to be Diamond. Don't do it. Don't
Now, as
do it.
Lisa Ray's
Play
sister,
yourself.
what do you think? That's your sister, Brat.
No, she embodied that part. Everybody wanted a piece of Diamond. She killed it. That is her major breakout role. So I feel like the role shouldn't be touched. Now, if it's her part and she played it, and she feel like if it's going to be remade, she wants a real actress to play it that is skilled and play the part correctly, then that's her prerogative. I don't have no problems with it.
Oh, my God. Well,
I just hope somebody pick up a script that I wrote.
And let me just say, as an actor, a picture is not it. It's not about being able to take a picture like somebody. It's about actually being able to put the skin on and embody that character.
Because you don't want to mess it up. You don't want to mess
that's
that role up.
That's a hard act to follow, Brad.
It is.
Brad, can you jump on an EP in this a movie for me?
Of course.
Yeah,
What's the script, Ricky?
What's the
The
script?
Color Purple Rain. It's gonna be.
I like it.
It's gonna be Cat Williams as Prince and Danny Glover, and he taking. You know, we're going to the next story because ain't taking me serious.
Because I was getting ready to.
Yeah, moving on.
And so it would be like Prince in The Color Purple.
Yes.
So it'd be like
Prince would be like Seeley.
I was feeling real down. I never meant to cause you any sorrow.
And then he gets
I never meant to cause you any pain.
And then he gets saved by Suge Knight. And then Suge Knight comes in there when they eating dinner with the cigar, hitting Prince said, I'm going with Suge.
Well, we can't wait for that script to come out.
Kim, jump on the mic. Kim.
I can't mess with y'all this morning.
Kim.
Yes.
Do you know how Tom Jones used to do It's My World?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can we do Color Purple Rain and just you write out scripts for everybody? Special K, let's put the scripts together.
Oh, that's cute.
And let's put the music to it, but it's gonna be like mixed with Color Purple and Purple Rain, and let's do this and set it up like a series. That would be great.
Let's try it.
I told Tom about it.
What'd he say?
He started laughing. Y'all know y'all know for the last 3 days I've been in Tom Jordan. I've been over Tom Jordan's house. I've been in his backyard swimming, and he's sitting there in a chair like he watching his favorite nephew swim to try to keep me from drowning. Hey, it's the funniest thing. Tom sitting there with them shades on. I'm out there in that damn swimming pool because it's a saltwater pool and it's heated. I ain't never swam in saltwater pool with a heater. I'm out there swimming like I ain't never been nowhere.
Oh, Lord.
He be waiting on me every day. I pull up with a towel.
You the only one in the water?
I'm the only one.
Not a towel.
Nobody else must have rushing and feel everybody sitting up there. They drinking wine. I'm out there swimming my ass off like I ain't used to nothing.
Like you a 5-year-old at the boys club.
Looking like a minnow.
Yeah. And then what you call them green things that be up in the trees? Brat?
Algae.
Well, a big ass iguana came up on the side of that pool, and Tom said, "Look, right there, iguana behind you." He said, Tom Jordan said, "I hope that damn iguana jump in that damn water and bite your ass." He said, "If that happened, I would be dead." Man, Tom Jordan roasted me for about 45 minutes. And you know when them older men start roasting your ass, they don't know how to stop. And especially when they drinking, and Mr. Russian was laughing. His friend Jerry Russian, they was laughing so hard. I kind of politely got out of the pool and dried off. and told him I had to go. I had to go pick up my grandson, knowing damn well my grandson in Birmingham. I got my ass out of there because y'all ain't finna roast me for 45. Tom Jordan and them low down. Oh, they did me low down yesterday. I'm sorry, Gary.
No, you're not. All right, the clue today, honey, is one of my favorite clues. My clue today is Midnight Sun. On the high end, you say Midnight Sun, and on the low end, just say Beautiful Black. Because what is this show title? The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Keep talking.
Yes, it is.
More coming up.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news. It's what's trending now.
All right, y'all. Have you seen the amazing videos on social media that bring historical icons like Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman to life? It's kind of emotional when you first see them. They are made with what's called Deepfake technology, and there are lots of them on social media where people put politicians, celebrities, or just about anybody into a video they never were actually in. Now making them say things that they didn't say or do things that never really happened. And that's where the problem starts. The technology is cool for bringing historical figures to life, but in the hands of evildoers, what happens when people are able to create fake videos that you can tell the difference from real ones? So what do y'all think about these deep fake videos, and do you love them, or should we leave them alone?
Well, for me, during Black History Month, it's a time for us to really reflect on the beauty of our blackness. And these pictures are iconic pictures that we've known for years. And I posted it on my Instagram with Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass, and there's something so beautiful about it for me to see our ancestors in motion. Now, I do think you get a little stretchy when you start making them talk and say things that were never said, but to kind of see them blink their eyes and move their face, Ricky, it's a creepy beautiful.
Yeah, that was enough for me. That was enough for me, seeing them move their eyes and just seeing them move a little bit and them having life in them. But when you start making them talk, saying things they didn't say, or, trying to make it funny, or to me, that's doing too much. It becomes real creepy.
Yeah. Gary, what do you think?
Yeah, I was shocked when I first saw it, but like they were saying, the talking part, because you don't want nobody, the families, to sue and start feeling a certain type of way, saying my daddy didn't say that, or he didn't sound like that, or what have you. That's the part that I didn't like. But it is interesting, though, seeing them moving their faces, and you wonder, did their faces actually move that way? That's my question.
It's deep. I'm a history head. I don't know if anybody ever had the opportunity to visit Tuskegee, to the Oaks, the home of Booker T. Washington, and Booker T. Washington is buried about 9 or 10 steps away from George Washington Carver. Their graves are right there at a cemetery right on the campus of Tuskegee University. And just for anybody in the I know this, I'm not really changing the subject for real, but if you ever get a chance to take some kids to the campus of Tuskegee University, I'll never forget my frat brother, Mr. Wynn. Mr. Wynn, when I rode a Greyhound bus to Tuskegee, and he said, "Hey man, I want y'all to know that Tuskegee is rich in Black history." And man, he took us to the Oaks and took us to the Science Museum, where George Washington Carver had all those famous discoveries, and over to the grave. I went to that cemetery when I recently went back last year, man. I just broke down and I literally started crying because I just, I had so much appreciation for the things that Booker T. Washington and George Washington Carver and Black folks, what they went through, just for us to have what we have, just for us to be able to do what we do, and just to disrespect anybody, our civil rights icons, whatever. And the movement of the face is fine, but if you're gonna do the voice or whatever, let it be their words or words that they said. The pen is mightier than the sword, and some of Booker T. Washington writings. If you see the house that Booker T. Washington lived in, it's called the Oaks, and that can't. I mean, it's. I took some pictures. I put it on Facebook, but shout out to Tuskegee University. And I had a great experience there. It was a great semester there. I couldn't afford to stay there or whatever, because that's a college if your mom and dad is still together. And that's Alabama State was single parent university. You gonna stay at Tuskegee? You need your dad to be kicking in on that tuition, because that little damn band scholarship wasn't nothing. It wasn't, it wasn't gonna barely bought the books. But yeah. Even
it's the truth, Ricky. That's the truth, man. You go where you can go, baby.
Okay. Talking about, boy, at least I ain't had to change buses in Montgomery and catch a small bus to Tuskegee. Okay. Just a direct bus ride to Montgomery. So one day I'll tell y'all about my college struggle. But that I just hope nobody disrespected though. So let us know what you think. Y'all hit us up on Rickey Smiley Official or Rickey Smiley Morning Show.com on Facebook. Is that the Facebook page for the listeners, Kim? Yeah.
The morning show.
Yeah, Rickey Smiley Morning Show on Facebook, right?
Yes,
Who run the page? Who run the page?
On everything.
Who run the page?
Radio
Digital.
1.
Oh, okay, yeah, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I never send people there, but I'm gonna read the comments today. Damn sure gonna read them. 29 before the top of the hour.
Ricky, you owe one today.
Coming up next, man, we're going to be talking about Gary. Gary's going back in the closet. He has a wife that's pregnant. We're going to be talking about all that coming up next. All right, John Rick's Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rick. Man, listen, there's a whole lot going on in D.C. A lot of us know that elected officials are really planning on being away from the Capitol, as there's a threat from several white supremacist groups that are threatening in a lot of ways to storm the Capitol again. But before that happens, yesterday, Rick, the House approved H.R. 1, which is, I don't know, man. It almost doesn't make sense to me as a piece of legislation, even though I like all the stuff that's in it. It seems like a piece of legislation that's trying to do a lot. It's an ethics and election bill. And it does everything from deal with anti-corruption to voting access to ethics around elected officials. And in large part, it's attempting to deal with all of these state bills that, I mean, literally, the Brennan Center, Rick, reported that there's 43 states that have introduced more than 250 bills that are restricting some level of voting. And so this bill is attempting to address those things. It also deals with some of the fight over there's so much, man. I mean, I'm trying to make sure I can talk about most of it before my time runs out. But the challenge is there's so much. It even goes into an ethics code for U.S. Supreme Court that would apply to justices and implement measures to prevent presidential conflicts of interest. CNN reported that it would ban congressional lawmakers from sitting on corporate boards and stop lawmakers from using taxpayer money to reach settlements in employment discrimination cases stemming from their own actions. And then lastly, it also is trying to address Citizens United, Rick, which you know is the Supreme Court decision that essentially made as much money as people can find able to go into our election process. And so the challenge with this bill is that I don't know if there's enough Republican support in the Senate to get it through. But Rick, you know, most of this voting stuff is state law. And so for there to be a federal mandate that does this would be bigger than the Voting Rights Act ever was if it passes through the Senate in blocking voter suppression. So we really got to pay attention to this one. This is going to be interesting. As we get to the other side of Black History Month, Rick, I saw a story from Delaware Online that was just insane. A pre-recorded hybrid lesson was taught in a McElvain Early Childhood Center. The clip that was shared by a parent on Facebook shows part of it's 35-minute class where a teacher combines, like you can't make this up, yoga poses with her version of how Africans were enslaved and brought to America. Did you hear me?
I'm not shocked.
Yoga poses with her version of how Africans were enslaved and brought. This is a quote. African people came to America on boats to become slaves. Let me say that again. African people came to America on boats to become slaves.
Right.
So there's a great big country of Africa. They crossed the Atlantic to come over to America. So right now, I need you to get into your boat pose, she says, as she's demonstrating the yoga pose. It goes on. She says Africans were treated very poorly, even though they farmed the land and plowed the fields to make America beautiful and help grow our food. They worked in the fields all day. If you're at home, you can try the plow pose. Y'all, if there was any indication that we need to do more teaching of more non-black folks about Black history, not during Black History Month, this is yet another example. Not only should certain people not even be allowed to teach certain subjects, there's too many things that are wrong with this. The country of Africa, introducing yoga poses at all as part of a curriculum for slavery, and just you should almost have to be certified to teach Black history.
Right.
Because not only is there an issue of cultural sensitivity, but there's an issue of accuracy in the descriptions of any of this. And so these are babies. This is a kindergarten class, Rick.
Wow.
You got kindergarten, you got babies in yoga poses talking about slavery. I just can't. And so if there's anything Congress is going to do through the Department of Education, we need to do something about certifying how Black history is taught. We're spending so much time even on what is included in the curriculum. You need to be certified in some of these courses to even have the right to do it, because this is criminal. And I'm glad I was not a parent in this class, because I would have been just focusing Samuel L. Jackson in A Time to Kill.
I'm gonna bring you over.
Good. I'm out. That's my time. Hit me at Jeff's Nation, y'all. Love y'all. Take care of yourself.
All right, y'all. Anybody remember that one?
Yeah, I do.
Of course. That's the only point I remember. Benjamin Franklin flew his kite. Was looking for.
It's called static electricity.
Boy, they had a way, man. You learned those songs, but you didn't know that you was learning about electricity or your multiplication. We got to do verb, man. We got to do verb. Boy, and we got to do I got 6. That's all there is. What a little black boy in New York with them doggone balloons. Wait a minute, who did I got 6?
James Brown did the 6 timetables. You remember that one?
Wait a minute, that was on Schoolhouse Rock.
Yes. the 6 table.
I got 6. That's all there is. That was James Brown?
Yes. We got to pull that one up, Rick.
Huh?
We got to pull that one up. When James Brown did the 6 timetables on Schoolhouse Rock, that's what I remember.
When James Brown did that interview, he was high with them damn welding shades on with that perm. How about that?
Augusta Zone.
Yeah, that took me out right there. After he did that, the only thing that got me back on James Brown when he sung that "It's a Man's World" with that man that sang opera. Man, I watch that every day. So that's one of my favorites right there. All right, y'all, we got a special guest this morning, man. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Grammy-nominated writer, singer, and host. That's right, host of the hit show The Mask. Y'all give it up for Robin Thicke.
One time.
What up? Hey, Robin, you remember any of those? Good morning, man. How you doing?
Oh, it's great to hear your voice, man. I'm doing well.
Man, we over here on the Schoolhouse Rock. You remember the Schoolhouse Rock, right?
I do a little bit. That came like a year before, but I remember Conjunction Junction, What's Your Function? I remember that.
Yes, sir. We did that one yesterday. I got and button R, it gets you pretty far.
And also, I'm only a bill.
Yes. Robin. Now, we did that one on Monday. He said he signed your bill. Now you're a law. Oh, yeah. Tell me, man. Hey, man, we are so excited to have you on this morning, man. And congratulations on your new album, On Earth and in Heaven. Now, you wrote this entire album yourself.
Well, yeah, I've always written and produced my own music. I did tap Pharrell. I got one record with Pharrell on this new album, which I love, great up-tempo. But, I had gone through a lot of loss. My house burnt down. My father passed away last year. My mentor and executive producer, Andre Harrell, passed away. So I'd been through a lot the last handful of years, and this album is really a dedication to the people who have moved on and the people that are still here that, make my life worth living.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry for your loss, man.
I know.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up, actually.
Right.
This is Eva Marcille. What's up, Robin? You know, Andre was my heart. You know that. And like you said, in the last few years, you did suffer tremendous loss. Your beautiful father, Dre. So, and the wildfires back in 2018, I think a lot of people forgot about how devastated California was with the wildfires. So how has that influenced the music that you made during your downtime during quarantine?
Well, I had been through so many ups and downs through the years, and this really just, when quarantine hit and then I lost my mentor, I really just had to look at the mirror, what kind of man I wanted to be, what I wanted my music to sound like, my legacy. Obviously, when you lose people, you start thinking about your own death and your own legacy and what you want to leave behind and the kind of person you want to be. And so I just kind of got my stuff together and got my music together, and, I got back on the right path. So life's been good, even though it's been difficult. I got 3 new babies. I got a lovely fiance.
Okay. Congratulations.
Life's good. Thank you.
So, Robin, if you had the opportunity to give Robin Thicke 20 years ago one piece of advice, what would it be?
Oh, man, stay balanced.
Okay. Yes.
My father was always preaching balance, and when some of my habits got out of balance, my life got out of balance. So stay balanced, everybody.
Great advice.
Absolutely, man. Man, we are so excited. Are we playing a new song this morning? All right, let's go.
We got a new song called Look Easy. The new one's called Look Easy. It's dedicated to the frontline workers and the teachers and the mothers and the people that make the challenges in life look easy and keep smiling and keep their grace and dignity through the toughest challenges.
All right, y'all. Here it is, y'all. Hey, hang on, Robin. We're going to talk to you on the back end of the song.
Okay, you got it, Rick.
Brand new Robin Thicke, y'all.
Hey. Yes.
Boy, you take a fine chick to eat some sushi, knowing damn well you don't like sushi. But hey, Robin. Hey, Look Easy, man. Oh, God, I love that, man. And who's on the lead guitar on that one?
That's my band members, Chris Payton on little guitar and Drew Pickney.
Because we hear Brad and I, we hear everything. We always listen for all of the instruments. We can hear the strings. That's a great song right there, Brad. What do you think?
Man, it was amazing. As soon as it came on, it sounded good. It brought me to Robin Thicke, that Lost Without. It's that same smooth intro. I loved it. It had a message. You could understand it. It was just groove, and you could just lay back, ride along the beach with your hair down and top down, you know?
That's that baby making music right there. You gonna get a Corona baby out of that.
Oh, there you go. We had one.
I know. I saw.
Son named Luca in December. We got our Corona baby probably off that song. Didn't even know it.
She said, riding along the beach. If you're in Pembroke Pines, I mean, you're in the colors with the windows down. Ain't no sunroof. But listen, hey man, we are so excited for you, man. And last question, man. And y'all been taping a new season of Masked Singer already. What can we expect this season?
Yeah, well, actually, it's on March 10th, my birthday. Next Wednesday is the premiere of the new season. And when you introduced me, thank you. But when you introduced me, you said I was the host of The Masked Singer. Nick Cannon is the host. He gonna want to fight me over that. So don't take. But yeah, no, I'm a panelist, and I've been very blessed, man. The show has been amazing for me, and we got season 5 coming. It's just been great, man. We're so excited.
Hey, Rock, ain't it excited to have Robin Thicke on and Lost Without You? That was you and Crystal's wedding song, right?
Man, let me tell you something, Robin. Me and my wife step to that song all the time. To this day, that's like one of our favorite songs to step to and swing out.
Oh, man, I really appreciate that, man. That's what music's all about. And this album is really, you know, like my old school stuff where it's just a big hug through these tough times that we're going through, the tough times I went through. The album's just supposed to light up your day, man, and make you feel a whole bunch better.
Man, hey, well, listen, once again, ladies and gentlemen, man, thank you so much. Robin, let everybody know how you can be reached. Social media.
Well, you can follow me on Instagram and all that good stuff, but really go get the album, play it with your lover, play it with your family, and, just want to say thank you and God bless everybody out there. Stay safe and stay strong.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all give it up for Robin Thicke. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. More Rickey Smiley in the Morning Show. Got your front page coming up next.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 25 minutes after the hour, y'all. Hey, listen, the segment's being brought to you by Indeed. Indeed believes less is more, so they have screening tools to help you narrow down your list of candidates, and you only pay for the applications you need. Deal? Visit Indeed.com/credit. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. So federal authorities say that there's possible plot for an attack on the Capitol today by a right-wing militia group. Now, why might you ask? Because it's March 4th, and March 4th is usually the day we inaugurate our president. So some Trump supporters, Ricky, still believe that Trump will return to power today. Now, in a party line vote, Democrats in the House passed legislation that would dramatically change voting rights. Some of these changes include requiring states to automatically register eligible voters, offer same-day voting registration, limit states' ability to purge votes from their rolls, and to restore voting rights for former felons. The bill is expected to have a very hard time passing in the Senate, but it's going to try to do what it does. Also, Senate Democrats are working to finalize their version of this COVID relief bill passed by the House last week. So this go round, fewer people will get the $1,400 stimulus check. So families that are earning more than $160,000 collectively, or individuals that earn $80,000 or more, will not be eligible for the stimulus check. And last but certainly not least, President Biden announced a new executive order that moves all teachers and child care workers to the front of the COVID vaccine line. Biden says that he wants teachers to get vaccinated by the end of March. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Well, the judge says that there may be a probable cause of the reckless driving could be the cause of Tiger Woods' crash the other day. Search warrant to seize the black box in Tiger's vehicle I didn't even know there was black boxes in these vehicles or whatever, man. But they seized the black box, and the investigation will continue. So we'll keep you posted on that right there. In the meantime, former NFL star Kellen Winslow Jr. was sentenced 14 years in prison, sexual misconduct, including rape allegations. Not 6, but including rape allegations. So he got 14 years he's got to put in right there. Utah Jazz star Donovan Mitchell expresses his frustrations on bad officiating. He says, listen, man, the referees are ridiculous, and they screwed them out of a win yesterday versus Philly. And I'm the first one to say, don't blame the referees for the outcome of the game. But at the same time, there's some serious truth to what Donovan is saying in all sports, not just basketball. Many of these referees, they've made the game soft with these new rules, calling too many ticky-tack fouls. And, you know, the game should be decided by the players on the court, on the field, not the referees. Good referees, in my opinion, are the ones you don't even see and hear unless it's something automatic. It's got to be a for sure foul.
The ones with the black hair that's combed to the back be calling everything.
Come on, man. It ain't about you.
It's always the one who hair like Fonzie on Happy Days.
Yeah, man.
They
Pat
call
Riley
everything.
Referees.
But them women, them lady referees, they let them play.
Oh, yes, sir.
Especially them,
they do.
I'm talking about they let them play. You know, they'll call if it's a foul or something. But them it's some referees, man. When I see them out there or whatever, I won't even watch it because I already know that most of the game is going to be spent at the free throw line, and then all the good players going to foul out.
Yeah. Take the fun out of the game. I'm gonna go live on my Instagram at Rock T Holly. Y'all check on. Let's talk.
Up and down the damn. They get on my nerve, man. Go on.
Brad got the hot spot. What's up, man?
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and this hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley in the morning show. This segment is being brought to you by Charmin. And that's right, we all go, but why not enjoy the go with Charmin? Whether it's the irresistible cushiness or softness of Charmin Ultra Soft, or you can get the superior strength and absorbency of Charmin Ultra Strong. Either way, you can't go wrong. Brat.
Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat, and this is the Hot Spot, but we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. My God, you so stupid. So last month, y'all, widespread rumors erupted online that Lauren London was expecting another child, rumors which she shut down very quickly. The first trailer just dropped for Lauren London's new movie starring alongside Michael B. Jordan, and she happens to be pregnant for the role. Lauren stars as Michael B. Jordan's wife in the thriller Without Remorse, which is set to stream on Amazon Prime April 30th. The movie is based on a novel by Tim Clancy and centers around Navy SEAL Senior Chief John Kelly, played by Michael, who is out for justice following the murder of his wife, played by Lauren, and their unborn child. This is going to be good. I can't wait to see this. I'm so proud of her. You know,
I wanted to ask Laurie because she play that role. Could Lauren play that role?
No,
She's not an actress, is she?
I'm sure the author of this book wanted to.
Well, she actually did play in the game back in the day. Lori had a small stint on the game. She has had a little bit of acting experience, but I mean, it's Lauren London.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be great. I can't wait to see them act together. They're both great in their acting skills, and they've done great work. So, moving on, y'all. Janet Jackson, she will celebrate the 40th anniversary of her debut album, Janet Jackson, with a 2-night, 4-hour documentary event about her life. According to Variety, the documentary entitled Janet will air on Lifetime and A&E. The documentary will highlight her career, the death of her brother, the death of her father, the 2004 Super Bowl incident, and becoming a mom at 50 and more. The documentary has been underway for like 3 years, y'all, but it's going to air early 2022, and I cannot wait to see this.
She didn't invite you and Jermaine?
Did she invite you? Solange Knowles has revealed that while recording her last album, When I Get Home, y'all, she was sick, and Solange said she was fighting for her life. She posted this on Instagram this week. She said, 2-year anniversary of the project that literally changed my life. When I started creating When I Get Home, I was quite literally fighting for my life. Solange said she was in and out of hospitals with depleting health and broken spirits, asking God to send her a sign that she would not only survive, but if he let her out alive, then she would step into the light. Whatever that meant.
We just gonna skate by that. Hey, Rick. Hey, Rock. You remember when you used to shoot a BB gun? You shoot a bird off a telephone wire. And it just fall off.
Yeah. Brad, you and Gary need to stop.
You got shot off that wire so quick.
I gotta get together.
See how he do? I try to keep going, y'all I'm trying to tell y'all something serious.
A whole nother TV show after the radio show, and y'all do this all day. Everybody else gone about their business. You stuck with Gary for another 3 hours today. How do you deal with it, Brad?
Like he didn't even
Every
say
day
it.
of my life. That's how I deal with it. I keep going. I go forth and prosper while he stay behind. It's the torch and the hair, okay?
That's right, Brad. If you look back, you will turn into a pillar of salt.
That's
right. You got to keep. That's why he where he at.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes focused on the Lord.
Thank you, Jesus.
Keep your eyes focused on Jesus.
Thank you, Lord.
Don't let the devil get you.
You
woke up this morning and slid in your house shoes.
Yes, I
and
did.
And may let you make it to see another day. You can cut the music off. Don't let Gary hate on you. Don't let him hate on you. You got to keep going when you reading the hot spot. Because you don't do that when he read the tea.
No,
but
never.
You got to keep going.
I got to keep going.
Gary dressed bad.
Oh,
He's
Lord.
a hater. He got a woman pregnant. He's going back in the closet.
Oh, my God.
Y'all got to keep going. Don't let him destroy your life.
Don't let him destroy your life.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yes.
Be encouraged.
Be encouraged.
The doors of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show is open. Will you come?
Is there one? Is there one?
All right, y'all, on the heels of Black History Month, man, we are honored to spotlight our friends at AT&T and their Dream in Black campaign. AT&T is highlighting a special group called the Black Future Makers, and they're also giving our listeners a chance to win $10,000. And here to tell us all about this, the Chief Diversity Officer at AT&T, Mr. Corey Anthony. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all welcome him to the show, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Corey Anthony, good morning, man.
Rickey Smiley and team.
Hey, man, we happy to have you this morning. Thank you for jumping on with us. For those who might not be familiar with it, tell everybody what the Dream in Black campaign is all about.
Yeah, I sure will. So it's a campaign that we've had now for a few years, and each Black History Month, Ricky, we highlight it. But it's a time where we recognize folks that are in our neighborhood, in our communities, that are making a difference not only now, but they are doing work that sets us on a different path as we go forward. So it's everybody from names you might recognize, like a LeBron James, to folks that you may not have ever heard of, like a Cyrus, who is a technician who is working on networks in our community. But it's our effort to just recognize, because we realize, Ricky, there are a number of people in our community who are doing work that is making a difference in our community.
Right. Well, AT&T is spotlighting Black Future Makers. What is a Black Future Maker actually, and where will we see the ones that you've chosen?
Okay, cool. So Black Future Makers are they're creators. These are folks that are shapers of not just today, but tomorrow. These are the folks that are standing up. They're speaking out. They're laying the foundation for the future, not only of our community, but of the world. And so what we're doing is in Black History Month, and now beyond Black History Month, because this is something we do 12 months of the year, is we are recognizing those folks. And then, Ricky, you referenced it a little earlier, that we have a Black Future Maker contest that is ongoing, still going for the rest of this year, where we are going to be awarding $10,000 every month. To one of the listeners, to one of your listeners, to somebody out there who is doing this work and that has submitted it to us so that we can recognize it. And then those folks will be awarded $10,000 in cash.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. We're talking to Chief Diversity Officer at AT&T, Mr. Corey Anthony. And giving back to the community could mean so many things. What kind of video stories are you expecting?
So, a good example is Cyrus Robinson. So he's a technician at AT&T, right? So he's not one of the celebrities that we're highlighting, but a hard-working person like, all of the listeners here. But he submits this video where we learn about the work that he's doing in the neighborhood, where he's connecting folks And think about this in the context of what's going on now, where we have all of our kids, or many of our kids, that are, doing their schoolwork virtually, working from home, etc. So that internet connectivity is more important than it's ever been. So you take a person like that who's been working feverishly, man, during the pandemic to make sure we have that connection. Rodney Shelton. This is a cat who's in the fire department, right? He drives the fire engine. So we don't always think of them as necessarily being future makers, but think about what he's doing and helping protect that community, and then encouraging locals and other youngsters to do that type of work and to build a career in that space. So we look at that and say, hey, man, these are people that are reshaping our community and reshaping our world, and we want to support that. And it doesn't only have to be names that we that we recognize. It doesn't only have to be entertainers, but it's people that we know and can touch and feel, but we realize the impact that they're making.
And we know that AT&T doesn't just focus on black people during the month of February. What else the company is doing to support the community year round?
You're right, though, man. We don't only do this work or focus on this for the month of February. It is all year long, and there are so many other things we're doing. So one is really important. You look over the last 4 or 5 years, Ricky, we have contributed almost $250 million, right, just to increase education, skills building, career readiness, opportunities in the black community. Most recently, we just committed an additional $10 million focused specifically on how we're going to create economic opportunities, right, and pathways for black folks to have success, and then in some of these other underserved communities as well. And then this one, Ricky, we are super proud about. In 2020 and going forward, we spent over $3 billion with black-owned suppliers. And Ricky, I'll say that again, not million, billion with the B. $3 billion with black-owned suppliers. So think about the economic empowerment that creates for our community when you interject that much capital, that much funding into black-owned businesses.
Man, we are so excited, man. Thank you so much for joining us today. And make sure y'all remember to visit attdreaminblack.com for more information. And y'all give it up for AT&T's Chief Diversity Officer, Corey Anthony. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.